Hello, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening, depending on your time zone and where you're watching me from. Thank you for joining me this morning. Jackson, thank you very much for joining. Please, where you're watching from. Please, if you're joining me for the first time here, please do me a favor by subscribing to the channel. Put on your notification button, the bell button at the right hand side, up there, right hand side. Then subscribe to the channel, share the broadcast, and as well comment where you're watching from. Jackson, you're welcome. Where are you watching from, please? Jackson, comment where you're watching from. Thank you very much, guys, for joining. Thank you. Thank you very much. The red zone. Good morning. Good from London. Okay. You're welcome from London, my brother. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us here this morning. Please share the broadcast so we can get a wider audience. Subscribe to the channel and as well do me a favor by subscribing to the channel. Okay. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you guys. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Please, if you have an opinion, feel free to write your opinion in the comment section. Please, with respect. If you have an idea or you have a question to ask, also feel free to ask your questions. Please, respectfully. Please do not insult anybody here in the comment section. Please. Okay. Thank you very much. Jackson, come in for Colorado. I saw to share with my friends. Okay, do that for me. Thank you very much. Where are you watching from, Jackson? Where are you watching from? Please comment where you're watching from. Welcome, guys. Welcome, 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 welcome back again this morning. Welcome. Okay, from Colorado, USA. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome, welcome, welcome. Please share the broadcast and as well give me a thumbs up there in the comment section, please. Give me a thumbs up. Yes. Please, where are you watching from, please? Where are you watching me from? Please, if you can hear me, say yes in the comment section, please. If you can hear me, say yes in the comment section, please. Okay, Kevis Krivatis from Lithuania. Lithuania. Thank you very much for joining us all the way from Lithuania. God bless you, brother. God bless you. Please share the broadcast and so that we can get a wider audience. Share the broadcast. Please, can you guys hear me clearly? If you can hear me clearly, please comment in the comment section, please. Yes, say yes. Can you hear me? Because I see somebody saying that he cannot hear me. Can you guys hear me? Thank you very much, Brett Utley. Thank you very much. I think maybe the person wanted to, troll me. Please, someone else can say yes as well. Let me confirm from three persons. If I confirm from three persons that my voice is coming out clear, then I will know. Can you guys hear me very well? Can you hear? Brett Utley say yes. KV say, is that your president behind you? That's not my president. That is Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. He is the current president of Burkina Faso that is doing amazingly well. That is the reason why I made a vow to be putting him on my background for the whole of 2025 to promote his leadership. I'm not using him to get a view. No, I use this opportunity to promote his leadership. The good things that he's been doing in Burkina Faso, and his good leadership as well. He's a true Pan-Africanist, like I always say. So that is the reason why you see him on my background. Please, if you are joining me for the first time, say yes, and as well comment your location as well. Share the broadcast. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, please. Subscribe. We have very important discussion this morning. Very important discussion. Very important discussion. This message is for our brothers in diaspora, our African brothers and sisters in diaspora. This message is going for them strongly. They need to hear the gospel of truth, and definitely we have to speak it without fear or favor. We don't have to massage anybody's ego or massage anybody's ego to make the person feel good. We will have to tell you the truth the way it's supposed to be, the way it's supposed to be told, so that if you check yourself very well and find the need to make a change, then you have to make the change for sure. So we have very important discussion this morning. Very important. Very important. A lot of things are going on, and it's not something anybody can sit on the fence and close mouth. Okay, please share the broadcast so we can get to wider audience. Please share the broadcast, and as well comment where you're watching from. Give me a thumbs up there. Give me thumbs up, and as well you can as well gift up. Give me a super chat and whatsoever that you can to support what we do. Like I said, I always say it here. The channel is now monetized. That's number one. The channel is now monetized. That's number one. This is not the first time my channel got the criteria to be monetized. This is the second time, and I found the need to do it to monetize it. This channel has been for 10 years. You can go to my history and see. The channel has been for 10 years. So I found the need to monetize it this period because I have a project that is, bothering me that I want to kick off from January 2026. And that project is a lot of our brothers are in diaspora. Our brothers, for instance, Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians outside Nigeria, both the ones living around African countries that have not been going home for a long time. I have a plan for them. And the plan is that I want to use the money that I'm making from this YouTube, to start going, visiting them one after the other, and, you know, encourage them to try to visit home at least once. If I can be able to buy them tickets to go home, if I cannot afford, air ticket, I can easily pay African tour to take them home to Lagos so they can go and see their family members. Because a lot of our brothers and sisters have been Western in some of African countries, you know, a lot of them, if you ask them, they will tell you for 25 years they've not gone to Nigeria, for 30 years they've not been to Nigeria. So whatever that is happening in Nigeria to them is like it's like a movie. So they've not been to Nigeria for a very long time. I even doubt if these individuals can be able to recognize their father's compound if they get home. So I found the need to, bring out my time 2026. I'll be doing it. I'll do it in January of 2026, and I'll do it again July 2026, and I will do it again November 2026 because December I always like to go home. So I will not be free to be doing it in December. So I'll do it in November. So I'll be doing it 3 times in a year. Traveling, first of all, the first continent that I will travel first of all that is in my mind is Guinea-Bissau. A lot of our people are Western in Guinea-Bissau. A lot. A lot of Nigerians are Western in Guinea-Bissau. You may not know. That is one of the reasons why when I tell people, it's not just forget about that. I checked Tunde Not's page where he posted. He said, if they give you 100 million and give you an American passport, which one will you check? Which one will you choose? And some people were like saying, oh my goodness, sorry, I made a mistake and I clicked something. Okay. So some people were like saying, I will choose 100, I will choose the American visa over 100 million. I will make the money when I get to America. See, let me tell you something. If you are listening to me, this is part of my message this morning, but let me just hint it. If you are listening to me on this live stream, do not be deceived by your brothers and your sisters in diaspora that comes back home telling you acting like how rich they are. The way there's something that they used to say in my adage that says the way bitter cola tastes is not how the way bitter cola sound when you are chewing it is not how the taste that has how the taste is. I don't know if somebody's getting my point. The way bitter cola sounds when you are chewing it is not the taste of bitter cola. So be careful when you are making a decision. I always tell people, yes, if you don't have any reasonable thing that you are doing, if you don't have any reasonable job that you are doing in Nigeria, you don't have anything to lose in Nigeria, then your plan B option should be to leave Nigeria. That's what I always tell people. But in the other way around, if you are doing something reasonable, if you have a reasonable business that you are doing in Nigeria, if you have a reasonable job that pays you well that you are doing in Nigeria, please do not leave Nigeria. Do not leave Nigeria. Make this decision only when you don't have any reasonable business that you are doing. The place that you are looking at, you think that it is heaven. It is not heaven. A lot of people in America are living by paycheck. I'm not kidding you. I'm telling you the gospel truth. A lot of people living in America, living in Europe, living in Canada, Australia, in UK, even UK is even the worst. A lot of people are living by paycheck. Nobody will tell you this truth, but I will tell you this. Nobody will tell you this. I will tell you this. So do not fall for in the category of I want to jackpot. You sell all your businesses, you sell all your belongings, sell your house, sell your cars, and start running to America. You think that you are heading to heaven. Yes, the environment is okay. The system works. Everything is perfect. Everything is being put in place. But the thing is, those things that you sold to travel to America, how long will it take you to make those things back? That is a question that I want to ask. How would those houses that you sold to travel to America, those cars that you sold to travel to America, your business that you folded up, the business that is moving very well, that is flourishing very well, that you folded up and sell off just to travel to America, how long will it take you to recover those things back when you arrive America? So if you're making a decision, make a wise decision. Do not fall for this noise on the social media, this societal pressure. Do not fall for it. Be careful when you're making a decision. Be extremely careful. Sometimes you may get there and things will not go the way you planned. Okay, I'm not even talking about maybe it takes you time to get documents. Even if you get the document at the end of the day, how much are you earning and how much is your expenses? How much are you earning and how much is your expenses at the end of the month? So if you're making a decision, please make a wise decision. Don't make a decision that will affect you in the future and affect your children and your born children. Make a decision that at least that will set a very retirement proper retirement benefit for you. I know what I'm telling you. So this is one of the reasons why I decided to monetize my account, my channel. I decided to monetize my channel because I have this project on my mind. I'm not doing this to make money for myself. By the way, I've told you guys I have a running business. That's number one. Number two, I'm not hungry. You understand? So the reason why I decided to monetize my account is number one, I want in a situation whereby I can be able to raise money from here. I'll be showing you guys the receipt from the AdSense so that it do not look like this man is just lying to us. I'll be showing you guys the receipt from the AdSense. So now what I will do is I will be leaving the money. I will not even be taking the money out till January. I'll take it out January when I'm about to go travel. I will take it out from from the AdSense. Then go to Guinea-Bissau. There are some areas I want to visit in Guinea-Bissau where Nigerians are living. A lot of Nigerians have been living there for decades. Guinea-Bissau is a country whereby when you go there, you see Nigerians will be telling you that they have spent 30 years, 25 years, 20 years, they've not visited home. And if you look at their condition and the way they are living, you will shed tears. You'll be asking, since, okay, now I always tell them, see, you left home to look for greener pasture elsewhere. So when you go and you did not see the greener pasture, what do? You go back. I've told you guys my story, time without number of my live streams. I have a story, and my story will definitely shock you. I have a very, very, big testimony, big, story that if I tell you my stories today, you may even cry. I'm a product of I'll call it grace and hard work, consistency. Okay, so if you come to if you leave Nigeria or you leave your country, let me just not just say Nigeria, because we are all Africans, and this message is for all Africans. If you leave your country to go and look for greener pasture elsewhere, if you leave Nigeria, to go and look for greener pasture elsewhere, please, when you get that place that you went to and could not find the greener pasture in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you could not find the greener pasture. 4 years, you could not find the greener pasture. 5 years, you could not find the greener pasture. My brother, the only decision that you have to make is to go back home. Go back home. Just go back home. There is no reason why you should be on a journey for over 20 years and not visit home. Your family members don't even know your whereabouts. You don't even pick up phone and call your family members. If they ask you, you say, I don't have money. I don't have money is not enough excuse. I don't have money. It's not enough excuse. Never. It's never enough excuse. Forget about societal pressure. Forget about whatever people talk about. Listen, what matters is your happiness. What matters is your own life. It's not about how people feel about you. It's not about how people feel about you. You owe nobody anything. You owe nobody any explanation. If things are not going your way in a foreign land, what you do for yourself is to pack your bag and baggages and go back home. Go back home. Go back home. The same thing is applicable to our brothers in America, our brothers in UK, our brothers in America, in Canada, Australia, Europe. We have a lot of our brothers are Western. Some of them have even turned junkies in those countries, homeless, no job, no life. Some of them are doing well, have their kids, have their family, but forget about home. They don't even think about home anymore. So what is the sense of leaving home to go and look for greener pasture? The reason why we left home to look for greener pasture is so that we can be able to come back home and make home happy. So that we can be able to come back home and remember home. There are a lot of our people in America. If you ask their children today, that their children will tell you, my father told us that we are Nigerians. My father told us that we are Nigerians. I mean, grown up kids, like 15, 20 years. They will tell you, my father told me that we are Nigerians, man. If you go to UK, the same thing. My father told us that we are Africans. We are Africans. And those children will be scared of coming to Africa. Because of why? Because of the thing that they have been taught in the school in those countries. Because Africa is being projected like a country that is at the back of the world. That is the way Africa is being projected. And it is not true. It is a lie. So those children will have that fear of coming back home, have that fear of uniting with their ancestral home and their cousins and nephews back home. They will be scared because of what the way their brain has been programmed against Africa. And their parents failed them and the system failed them. That is why today you go to America, you see blacks everywhere, black Americans. They don't know their roots. They are loitering about. They don't know their root. They are black, and they know very well that they are black. They are Africans. Listen. Let me tell you something. If you are an black American, if you are black Canadian, if you are black British, if you are black European, if you are black Australian, if you are black Jamaican, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, South and North America, if you are black, my brother and my sister, please put this at the back of your mind. Put this at the back of your mind. You are an African. You are an African. African blood is running through your vein. You are a full-blown African. if you are black or you are mixed color, mixed white and black, you are an African. The reason why you don't know that you are an African is because the system failed you. Your parents as well failed you. So always have it at the back of your mind. Have it at the back of your mind that there is no place like home. No matter what you do. Nobody calls you foreigner. Nobody will ever call you foreigner. Listen, nobody will ever call you foreigner in Africa. And by the way, do you know the meaning of foreigner? Foreigner, even me, I live in the Gambia. I'm a Nigerian that lives in the Gambia. I'm being referred as a foreigner. Do you understand? Westerlo. Listen, let me tell you something. If let me tell you something. If you are a black man, if you're a black man, black British or black American, if you are a black American, my brother, you are an African. You are an African. Yes. You are an African. Always have that at the back of your mind that you are an African. You were an African before you became anything else that you are today. You were an African. Do you understand? The reasonable ones, the intelligent ones are looking at, tracing back to their root already. There's no reason why you listen. This is the part of the problem that we are having in this world. If you are a black man, I've keep saying it without time without number. If you are a black man, if you are a black American, black British, black Canadian, and black European, you are black. You are black, my brother, my sister. You are an African. Nobody can deny. Even in America, they will refer you as African American. In America, they will refer you. White people will refer you as African American. In Britain today, they will refer you as black British, African British. So you can't deny it. No way. You can never deny that the fact that you are an African. You are. In America, if you are a black and you are a black American, white people would refer you as black African American. The same thing applicable with Chinese Americans. They will be referred as Chinese Americans. The same thing with Indian. They refer them as Indian Americans. The same thing with Hispanic Americans. So what are we talking about? Will you just stand up like this and deny your race, deny your root? This is the main problem that we are having. This problem was caused by our ancestors. This problem was caused by our ancestors. This problem was caused by our ancestors. Try as much as possible to teach your children that this is one of the main problems that we have. You see, for me, I always advise people, please, if you're an African parent, please avoid sending your children to America at early age. I know I have reasons why I say that. Avoid sending your children to America at early age. First of all, you may end up losing them to the society. Hello? Papa. Okay, I'm a little bit busy. I'm coming. Yeah. So, now you can understand my point. So, if you are an African parent, avoid sending your children to America at early age. Avoid sending your children to America at early age. Is that two things? You either lose them to the society. I'm telling you the gospel truth. You either lose them to the society. Sincerely speaking, I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, so that's one of the. In fact, this is not even my main topic today. I just want to hint, and because I have something that I have a project that is on my mind that I want to start up from January. I'll be going from African country to African country, sensitizing our people on the importance of going back home, letting them know that it is very important to reconnect back with your parents, your family back home. There's no reason why you should be in such countries for years and without going back home. It's of no use. Okay. Being said, Traore isn't focused on this crybaby bullshit. He's focused on building strength, not appealing to mistreatment. Okay, Alex, welcome again this morning. Even Europe in America, they call them this term song Italian American. Exactly. Irish American. Exactly. This is not a big deal because USA has its strength from diversity. Exactly. I don't know why somebody is denying the fact here that Africans are being Black Africans are being referred as African Americans. We understand the fact that America is being okay. Now let me ask you a question because this is my main topic today. This is my Alex. You pinpointed my main topic today. I love this is one of the reasons why I love your comments. Your comments are always very valid. I love your comments. I love your comment. Do you know? Okay, now let me say something because what brought all this today's broadcast is based on what is going on in America. You can see that by caption, right? America now, you can see what happened that Nigerians have been, their Nigerian visa now, I think it should be 3 months, no more like, multiple entry to American with Nigerian passport and all that. That is one of my main topic today. Donald Trump is like, Donald Trump just came on board, right? And started doing things the way that goes his own way, that pleases him, right? Started acting like he's a white supremacy, right? I'm not calling him that, but that's how I feel that he's acting like, right? So, and now, based on what Donald Trump is doing in America today, is a wake up call to every single person. If you're an African living in America, let me talk about my race, right? If you're African living in America, this is a wake up call to you. Donald Trump is trying to remind you of whom you are. Donald Trump is trying to remind you of whom you are. And I keep telling people there's no country that would survive on this earth without migrants or immigrants. There's no country on this earth that will survive without migrants or immigrants. No way. What made America great today? What made America what America is today is because of diversity, like my brother said. We are America now. America today have Hispanic American, Italian American, African Americans, Chinese American, Indians Americans, British Americans. That is what made America a super great country that it is today. World power. So why is it that Donald Trump is trying to bring division or bring discrimination in between? Just suddenly, he's trying to bring discrimination in between. I know that he's trying to protect his country. That's true. Everybody is bound to protect his country and his people, right? Okay. Hostile Sapa. He said, not everyone in America does this. It was done systematically, but I see that changing. I see that changing. Yes, I think certain political parties still want to do it. Race doesn't matter. People do. That is what I'm saying. That is what Donald Trump is trying to remind everybody where they are coming from. I'm not going to lie to you. I have a very, very close friend. In fact, my best friend, like a brother to me, is a Chinese American. I know how he feels about the whole thing that is going on in America today. I know how he feels. He's feeling rejected, despite that he's an American. He's feeling some kind of discriminated. That is what Donald Trump is trying to do. It's uncalled for. It is not nice. We can't keep saying closing mouth and keeping silent on these kind of things. You are making people feel that kind of inferiority complex, making people feel some kind of way about themselves. Like as if it was wrong for them to become American or whatsoever. You came up before you were born. All these things have been in place before you were born. And you just came on board and started doing like as if acting like white supremacy. Started reminding people of this is China, China, this is Africa, Africa is shithole country. Started discriminating people, started doing all these kind of things. And people are scared to talk. Donald Trump is not doing America anything good. He's only endangering the lives of Americans that are outside. He's only endangering the lives of Americans in diaspora. He's not doing anything better. I understand that he want to strengthen, tighten up his border. I understand that he want to, strengthen the immigration or whatsoever, reform the immigration and all that. But you can do it with discretion. You can do it with love. And the way you can do it, it will not even affect much people. It will not even look like as if you are discriminating people or you are chasing people away from America. I watched vividly when I saw Sarah. Sarah, where are you going? Leslie McDaniel. He said, "Where are you getting your information? You are wrong. You are so wrong." Okay, now I want you to correct me, please, Leslie. Can you please help me to correct me, please? I want you to correct me because, like I said, the comment section is open for everybody to air his or her opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, I stand to be corrected. I'm not perfect. Okay, I'm not a machine, so you can correct me when I'm wrong. Okay. Okay, now tell me, you have lived in America your whole life. Are you an American? If I may ask, are you an American? Please, I want you to educate us because we are here to learn. Yeah, correct me. Like, I always stand for to be corrected anytime. I want you to correct me. Are you an American? Okay, you're an American. Are you white American? Sorry. See, this is the problem that we're having in Gambia here. Always. Oh. The light will still come soon. The light will soon be here. Let me switch in my power UPS. Leslie, please. I stand to be corrected. You can use this opportunity now to say what you think that is right. If you think Donald Trump is doing the perfect thing, okay. Okay. Leslie said, born and raised on a big cattle ranch. Yes, I am white. Okay. Thank you. Now you are white. I want to ask you a question. Before you were born, before you were born, immediately when you were born and started growing up, did you meet okay, when you were born and you started growing up, I believe so well that you saw Black Americans, like Italian Americans, Chinese Americans, you saw them in America as well, right? It is not a new thing. Is it not true? Or was it a new thing that they just came just right now? I want to get to understand something. I want to get to understand because what I'm trying to establish, what I want to understand is, are you in support? Good. Are you in support that Donald Trump is just bundling people, sending people, even their children will be watching them in the mall, they will catch their parents and arrest their parents and take their parents away and leave the children? Is it nice? Is it correct? Is it okay? Is this not, is it not act against, it's not act against, human right or whatsoever they call it? This act is against human rights, right? Okay, thank you very much, Sky. Now, 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 listen to me. Let me tell you something. Listen to me. Let me tell you something. There is no country on the surface of this earth that can survive without migrants. No way. No matter how much you try to protect the border, no matter how much you want to protect your country, no matter how much you want to reform your immigration, no matter how much you love your country so much, there is no country on this earth that can survive without immigrants. I see it always. I see what ICE is doing to people. Why are you denying it now? I see what ICE is doing to people. People are living in fear. Even some Americans, some American citizens, their passport is their nationality is being revoked. I saw it. Even people that have served the country for long, some people that have served in the military and the police. Some of them have been. A lot of people are living in fear in America. Why are you telling me if I'm living there? I see it on the news. I watch CNN every day. Listen, let me tell you. Listen. I'm one person that love news so much. I love news. I love research. I do research. There are countries that I have not traveled to, but if you ask me everything about that country, I'll give you details of that country. And America is one of them. Okay, now, Jazo, I know you are talking about. I know you are talking about. I know you are talking about. Okay, Randy said you should not enter a country illegally. If you enter a country illegally, if you do things right way, you will not fear the law. Okay, now let me ask you something. I understand your part. I understand your point. Nobody should invade immigration or do things the other way around. Okay. I know very well. I know Sky. I know they are. Most of them don't even understand. Most of them are sitting in the house. Most of them are old people. They don't come out. They don't know what's going on. They only see on the news, and some of them are white. This is the problem. This is where we are having problem. People are living in fear in America. People are living in fear in America. I don't know how you see it, but this is my own perspective. That's how I see. People are living in fears in America, and it is uncalled for. Do you understand? It is uncalled for. Instead of me to live in such way, bro, I would rather remain in my country without going anywhere. I don't want to be treated like a slave or somebody that doesn't have anywhere he come from. Okay, this is one thing I dislike in my life. But once I see people being mistreated in the public, children will watch and watch their parents. Their parents will be, kidnapped. I'll call it kidnap and throw inside van and zoom off, and the children will be crying. I saw it on the news. I saw it on the news. Okay, so Jazzy, thank you for saying this. He said Nigerian people have a bad name all over. I know your message is hidden. I cannot. Um, but this is not your country. Fix your Africa. If your country was so great, we wouldn't have this problem. Do you understand why? Okay. Alassana Wahidu, he say, who are you from Burkina Faso? Ah, Leslie said, I am Jenks. I grew up with all kinds of cultures. We were raised racist, but in the last few years, they sucked so bad. They are trying to bring it back. Obama did a lot more. Hmm. Mm. Oh. You know, in fact, it's very sad. Anyway, I will stop talking about this now because I don't want to be rude to anybody. I don't want to insult anybody on my live stream. But I will just forget about whatever that is happening in America for now because but all I'm saying is there's no country on this earth that will survive without migrants. It's not possible. By the way, if all the race leave America today, both American, African Americans, British Americans, Italian Americans, Chinese Americans, if they leave America today, America is an empty country. You and I will agree with that. America is an empty country. Do you understand? So if you don't value what you have, definitely one day you will get to lose it. Do you understand? And Donald Trump will never be in power forever. That's one thing I always know. That's one thing I always tell my friend. Forget about that. The natural will not be in power forever. Power is transient. It's there today. Tomorrow, somebody else will be there as well. Do you understand? Please, can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Thank you, Sky. God bless you, Sky. Give them Sky. I love you. I love your spirit, Sky. I love your spirit, Sky. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, now let me tell you something. Do you know the reason why I will have a say in American issues, right? Because I would say part of the problem that we have in Africa today is caused by America. Nobody can deny the fact that part of the problems that we have in Africa today, some part were being contributed by America. Do you understand? I'll give you instances. America have interfered in African resources so much, and they've benefited so much to the extent that they don't even care the growth of Africa. All they care is what they can benefit and their own gains. Do you understand? For instance, let me ask you something. I said it time without number on my live stream here. Africom was established in Africa, is it not? There's an institution they call Africom. It was established in Africa in 2007. 2007, October 1st, Africom was established in Africa. Okay. Now, what is the purpose of establishing this institution in Africa? What was the purpose of establishing this institution in Africa? You say I need to be worried about China, not the USA. Why should I be worried about China? Give me point why I should be worried. Why I should be worried about China? Do you know without China there will be no America? Do you have that idea? Let me tell you something. Let me shock this man. Let me shock this Leslie. Do you know that 50% of what you consume in America today, in fact, what is 50%? 70% of what you consume in America today comes from China. Do you have that idea? 70% of what you consume in America today comes from China. So don't bring anything negative about China. Don't be too negative about China. Hello? Wait. I'm on live stream. Wait, I'm coming. Sorry, guys. So if I comment anything about America, I have the right to comment, because part of the problem that we have in Africa today, America contributed 70% of the problem that we have in Africa today. If they really love Africa as they say, if they really want the progress of Africa as they say, they would have done something. They would have done something before now. They would have done something before now. They would have done something before now. Imagine America creating Africom in Africa. Now, I wanted to show you guys before I got a call. Now, Africom, listen, let me tell you the reason why Africom was established in Africa. This same institution that labeled Ibrahim Traore as a dictator. This same institution that have been in Africa and be seeing all the kind of problem, the kind of suffering Africans are suffering. How our resources have been exploited by the West and they could not do anything. And they have been in Africa for a long time, since 2007, October 1st. They've been in Africa and they could not do anything. What they can do is only to label an innocent man that mean well for his country and mean well for his people, and you label him a dictator. Let me show you the functions of Africom that was being established by America before you start defending your country here. When you start defending your country, that's when you are trying to you want me to unravel lot of things about your country. Your country is more causing more harm than good in Africa. They are causing more harm than good in Africa. Your country is causing more harm than good in Africa. So if I'm saying something like this, I know what I'm saying. I know exactly what I'm saying. There is no dictator in that. Listen, let me tell you, Africa, Ibrahim Traore is never a dictator. And by the way, now listen. Africom was established in Africa in October 1st, 2007 by America. Now, let me read out the reason why this Africom institution was being established in Africa. For you to see that anything, whatever they call ally, whatever they call aid that come from America is all lies from the pit of hell. These are their strategies they're using to exploit hell out of Africa. Do you understand? Now, look at it. He said Africom. What is Africom? He said Africom is the Unified Combatant Command of U.S. Department of Defense, responsible for all military operation, exercise, and security cooperation across 53 African countries. Why will U.S. establish this institution in Africa? That's my question. I keep asking this question. Nobody has ever been able to answer me this question in the comment section. You that is defending your country, you are here to defend your country. I want you to answer me. Give me a tangible reason why this institution will be established in Africa. For what reason? This institution that went to the Congress to label Ibrahim Traore as a dictator. This same institution was here. They were here in 2021 when there was election in Uganda. When Museveni subjected the good people of Uganda into abject poverty, killing the opposition leaders, arresting people, throwing them inside jail because they come out to demand for good leadership. And they did nothing. They only ended up declaring Museveni the winner of that election in 2021, despite that their presidents were there observing the election. Because why? Museveni is a puppet to them. So they will definitely protect their own. Now, listen to me. Africom was established in Africa for few reasons. And the main reason why it was established, I will let you know the main reason why it was established here in Africa. You have not given no aid, just in bogey. And let me remind you that you have never given any aid to Africa. I don't see no aid from you. All I see is exploitation. When we ask you people to go, you get upset and start want to invade. That is what happened in Libya. Gaddafi was assassinated by America, led by Barack Obama's regime. They invaded Libya and assassinated Gaddafi because of Libya's resources. Now, listen to me. Now, this Africom was established in 2007. It became operational in October 1st, 2008. To consolidate U.S. military mission on the African continent. To consolidate U.S. military mission on African continent. Why should they consolidate their military mission on Africa? Why? Do we have our sovereignty? Yes. Do we supposed to protect our sovereignty by ourselves? Yes. Why is it that Africa does not have even one single missile site? Why is it, despite that we have uranium in Africa, why is it that we don't have single missile site to defend our sovereignty and to defend our continent? Why? Now, listen to me. He said the headquarters, Kelly Barracks, Stuttgart, Germany. Why did they put their headquarters outside Africa? Why did they put their headquarters outside Africa? Since they established this Africom for Africa, why would their headquarters be in other countries? This is to tell you, Africans, I don't know when we will start waking up. We are doomed. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Africa, if you don't know that our sovereignty is at stake, know it today. All you have as leaders are puppets. They lack the ability to talk when they're supposed to talk. Our sovereignty is at stake. It's at stake. America came all the way from America, come to Africa to establish an institution that they call Africom, and at the end of the day, the headquarters is not even in Africa. The headquarters is where? The headquarters is in Kelly Barracks, Stuttgart, Germany. In Germany, all the way Germany. All the way Germany. That is where their headquarters is. Now, why is it that their headquarters institution that you created to oversee Africa military whatsoever mission? The headquarters is not in Africa. The headquarters is in Germany. Now, listen. Now it says subordinate element based in Italy, UK, and US plus team deployed across Africa. The only thing you can find here from this Africom is the team that they were being deployed to Africa. But their main, chambers, their main headquarters were not in Africa. And now listen to me. Okay. The main purpose, they said the main purpose of establishing this Africom. Let me read it out for you. It said the main purpose of establishing Africom, okay, it said leadership as a summer 2025. It said Commander General Michael E. Langley is supported by the diverse senior team, including Army, Air Force, and the diplomatic official. Now, listen, let me tell you, you see, this Michael Langley is the worst African blood that, in fact, that African American that I have ever seen in my whole entire life. I'm telling you the gospel truth. He's just like, I would call him, he's just having the same spirit with Barack Obama. He's still worshiping his slave master still now in 21st century. This Michael Langley that should even be protecting this continent is the one that went to the Congress to label Ibrahim Traoré as a dictator. Why will you label Ibrahim Traoré as a dictator? And he was part of the people. He was part of the people that assassinated Gaddafi. He was part because he was the leader. Michael Langley was not the leader today. He's already been the leader since 2008. Since 2008, he has been the leader of this Africom. So why did he step down now in 2025? Because he could not stand the heat. Because he saw it that Ibrahim Traoré is not even Gaddafi. This is not we are living in 21st century where we have social media platforms where we can debunk their news. It's no longer only consuming the news that they sell to us by radio stations, compromised media houses. Now listen to me. Now listen to me. The primary purpose of establishing Africom in Africa, number one, they said counter terrorism. They say conduct air strike targeting ISIS Somalia and Al-Shabaab in coordination with Somalia authorities. Notable strikes occurred in June and early July 2025. Lies from the pit of hell. Okay. Now, no, this is not giving me exactly what I want. Exactly. Let me. I'm coming. I'm coming. Give me a few minutes. Give me a few minutes. This is to tell you that our leaders failed us woefully in Africa. Our leaders failed us woefully in Africa. In fact, our sovereignty is at stake. If you watch what happened between Donald Trump and Ramaphosa of South Africa a few months ago, you get agree with me that our leaders truly they are puppets. Our leaders they are puppets. I'm not kidding you. I'm telling you the gospel truth. I'm not kidding you. Okay, now they said their primary function of Africom in Africa here, number one, is fight terrorism. Number two, train and support African military forces. This is one of the reasons why if I tell you that if Third World War breaks out today, Africa is doomed. We don't have that military capacity to even protect ourselves. I'm telling you the gospel truth. We don't have the military capacity to protect ourselves. Number three, he said protect U.S. interest in Africa. This is the main purpose. Oh my goodness. Oh, Mama T, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you, Mama T. God bless you. God bless you so much. Oh my goodness. You surprised me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. So this is their main purpose of, the main purpose of establishing this Africom in Africa. Their main purpose was to protect U.S. interest in Africa. To protect U.S. interest in Africa. And the fourth one, they say assist in humanitarian efforts. Which humanitarian effort are we seeing? Which humanitarian effort? The same humanitarian effort they say they are giving to us, they are consuming it there on the top. It's not even getting to the common man in the continent. Okay, the fifth one, they say build a partnership and peacekeeping capability. Now, they say you protecting U.S. interest. Protecting U.S. interest is to, eradicate tyranny and dictatorship in Africa. Is it not? Making sure that dividends of democracy goes across the board, reaching every single African youth. And now, these functions that they mentioned here, are they fulfilling those functions? That is a common question that I want to ask. And what has been this positive effect of this Africom in Africa? When we have Africom in Africa, people are dying day in, day out because of terrorism in the northern part of Nigeria, in the northern part of Sahel states. High level of terrorism, killing people every day. If truly, let me ask you something. If truly America wanted to end terrorism in Africa, do you think it will not take America 1 week to end terrorism in totality in Africa? It will not take them 1 week to end terrorism in Africa in totality. Because why? First of all, if America really want to end terrorism in Africa, they would have done the same thing they did in Iran a few weeks ago or a few days ago. It didn't take America any slighted chance to go to Iran, missile site and bomb it. So it means that if they really want to end terrorism in Africa, they would have used drone to survey wherever all these terrorists are in the bush, from Sambisa forest down to Sahel state, target them all and eliminate them within a twinkle of an eye. They have what it takes to do that. But why are they still wasting time till now? Africans are suffering. Africans are suffering. Why are they still wasting time? People have been dying day in, day out. Look at in Nigeria a few weeks ago, over 200 people were being massacred by Fulani headsmen, terrorists. And you say that you are here to give military capacity. Oh, now our question is the Africom still functioning, or is no longer functioning? Or they only want to focus on Ibrahim Traore, on Burkina Faso? Vimpa, I will not turn on. I'm not even reading comments anyway. I don't want distraction, because if I start reading comments, it will be distracting me. To be distracting me. So, Africom, is this still functioning in Africa? Because if it is functioning in Africa, I want to find the reason why terrorism has not been ended. In Africa. Why is it not ended in Africa? I mean, terrorism that is killing a lot of people in Africa. Why they cannot end it? This is to tell you they are here to protect U.S. interest. U.S. interest is what? The resources that we have here, minus our uranium in Africa. There is no nuclear weapon in America. There is no nuclear weapons in America. There's no way my brother, there's no way they can kill Ibrahim Traore. You know why? Now it's not then anymore. Before then, that is if I tell you guys that the media houses in Africa have been compromised. The media houses in Africa has been compromised, because most of them are on payroll. There are news they cannot put out there, and there are news they can easily put out there. There are news that if they put it out there, their paymasters will cut off their pay, or even revoke their license. That is why I thank God for social media, that we are in 21st century where we have social media, where we can lend our voices. This is the reason why it will be difficult for them to invade Burkina Faso. If not, if it was then, by now, Ibrahim Traore is already gone. Do you think if we had, I've said it time without number here, do you think if at all we had social media during the time of Gaddafi, or Thomas Sankara, or Amilcar Cabral of Guinea-Bissau, or Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana, or Lumumba, or Idi Amin, do you think if we at all that we had social media during those days, Do you think those people that would have had the power to invade? Now you can imagine Michael Langley that has been the Africom head since 2008, okay, 2007 till 2025, because of the heat of the comment that he made in the Congress, made him to step down after serving in Africom for years. He stepped down. That is the power of social media. This is one of the reasons why I always tell our people, I'll tell our youth, please, you have a tool in your hand, and that tool is your social media platform. The social media platform is not meant to show wealth. It's not meant to show how big you are, how rich you are. For women, it's not meant to show your bum and show your breast. Social media platform is a big tool that we can use to to salvage our continent, to reclaim our continent from these scavengers. This man is asking me if I've been to South Africa several times. 2016, I was in China. I was in Guangzhou. 2007. I spent almost 1 month and almost 1 week in Guangzhou. 2006 October. So I've been outside Africa several times. Okay. So forget about that. Is not what we're even talking about. What we're talking about, your country, your president, the way Donald Trump is treating people in America is uncalled for. He's dividing America, putting American lives, American citizens' lives, and American citizens in diaspora, putting their lives in danger. It is uncalled for. You can't catch a full family, abandon the children and take their family, their parents, and throw them inside van and zoom off. That you are deporting them. That is crime against humanity. That is crime against humanity. That is crime. This is one of the reasons why Republican can never return to power. Republican in America can never return to power in America. I'm telling you, mark my word today, Republicans can never return to power in America. Democrats will reclaim back their mandate. I'm telling you the gospel truth. What Donald Trump have done, before I was even in support of him because of some certain decisions that he made, on the gay part and all the, all these LGBT things. But coming to the immigrant, if you want to protect your borders, your immigration reform, your immigration laws and all that, there is a way to go about it. There is a way to go about it. It's not by, dehumanizing people, treating people like they're animals. Democrat is, he said Democrat. This man said Democrat is there. Okay, I believe this man is a Republican. Thank you very much. I know he's a white supremacy. Yeah, I know, I understand. Yeah, but that's not a problem. So my point is this: what the function of Africom in Africa? What is their function? There's no reasonable function that they are doing here. You went and tagged Ibrahim Traore as a dictator in the Congress, and at the end of the day, the heat, you could not stand the heat because you thought that it was then. When you would just come out and tell people and tell the radio stations, sell out this news to them, tell them that Ibrahim Traore is a dictator, is a tyrant, is this, is that, is the other one. Somebody said the other yesterday evening, or yesterday morning, that why am I always talking about Ibrahim Traore? I should talk about, and I do talk other topics, but the thing is that one or two things must bring me back to him, back to his story, right? So it was not then anymore. It is not. During the time of Gaddafi, you saw what played out. Gaddafi was one of the best presidents in Africa. Gaddafi was obviously one of the best presidents in Africa. There's no country in Africa that would swear that they did not benefit anything from Gaddafi's regime. No country. There's no country in Africa that would deny that they did not benefit anything from Gaddafi's regime. Gaddafi was a very super kind man that wanted in fact, the true Pan-Africanist, just like Ibrahim Traore, that wanted the best for Africa. Listen, let me tell you. Do you know that anytime we have a good leader, these Westerners are not always happy. They are not always happy. They don't want Africa to have a good leader that will salvage, that will, liberate Africa. They don't want. That is why they hated Gaddafi, because Gaddafi said the resources of Libyans belong to the Libyans, and we must take charge of our resources. You have no role to play in our resources. That's what got them mad. And they got upset. They started looking for one or two ways, started sending out news. By then, there was nothing like social media where you would debunk any news. whatever they tell you there is what you will believe. Even me, as I was growing up, I was thinking that Gaddafi was the worst president until I got to grow up and read history. That's when I get to know that Gaddafi was one of the best presidents in Africa. The same thing applicable to Idi Amin. The reason why we could not know the good side of Idi Amin was there was no social media. You only believe what they sell to you on the news. But Idi Amin was not as bad as they said. Idi Amin was not as bad as they labeled him. Idi Amin was not as bad as they labeled him. To the extent they labeled Idi Amin as a cannibal, that he eats human beings, just to tarnish his image, just to paint him bad, just to make people start hating him. That is the same way they did to Ibrahim Traore. They came and started tagging the guy a dictator. That is kind of weapon they go with. When they want to damage somebody's reputation, they will tag the person a dictator. But the true dictators are still in Africa, existing in Africa, and they do nothing about it because those dictators are puppets to them. Look at what's happening in Equatorial Guinea. The kind of nepotism that is going on in Equatorial Guinea. Look at what's happening in Uganda. The kind of atrocity that is going on in Uganda. They've seen all these things, and they will not label Museveni as a dictator. They will not label Obiang as a dictator. They went to Guinea, all the way to Burkina Faso. A young boy that took over power, 37 years old man, that want the best for his people. That have done so much for the people of Uganda, for the people of Burkina Faso. And you label him a dictator and started saying, that there's a media blackout in Uganda, in Burkina Faso. How? How is there a media blackout in Burkina Faso? There has never been any time there was a media blackout in Burkina Faso. Do you know what is called media blackout? Media blackout is that there are no social media platform will be functioning in that country. That is media blackout. No journalist is allowed to enter the country. That is media blackout. But Ibrahim Traore, since Ibrahim Traore took over power, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, all are functioning in Burkina Faso still now that I'm speaking to you. All they do is go and pay some certain people to start saying this and that. Go to Burkina Faso and see what the guy is doing there. He took charge of his resources. That is the only remedy. He took charge of that is what Gaddafi did. Gaddafi took charge of his resources to the extent, during the time of Gaddafi, you can never see a Libyan outside Libya looking for greener pasture anywhere. This one said, Jason Boogie say, if the US is so bad, how come so many Africans come here? You can imagine your question. Your question alone sounds so ignorant. I mean, I thought, most of the time when I was growing up, I used to think anybody living in America is very intelligent, is very smart. But lately, I got to understand that there are still fools in America, even Americans. So most of them. Because how can a full-grown man come here? So he said his name is Jason Boogies. If the US is so bad, how come Africans are there? Are we saying that US is bad? Did anybody open mouth here and tell you that US is bad? America is a very great country. America is an amazing country where the system works. That is not, you are diverting the attention. You are moving to another angle. This is not where we are heading to. What we are trying to establish here is that what Donald Trump is doing is totally wrong. That is what we are trying to establish. We're not trying to tell you that America is America has never been a bad country. America has never been a bad country. But the leadership now, currently, is not nice. This is a crime against humanity. I watched one the other day, a small young girl was watching his father. I think they were coming out from the mall. The guys met the father and just arrest the father, throw the father inside the van, abandon the girl. That is crime against humanity. You are traumatizing that child. That child will grow up with that trauma. That is what I'm trying to establish. Trump is doing what you voted him to do. I understand the fact. But let him do it with discretion. Let him do it with love. Nobody is stopping him from doing his job or from protecting his country. Yes, nobody is stopping him from that, but let him do it with love. Let him do it with love. There's no country that can survive without immigrants. It's not possible. No country can survive without immigrants. That is why if you come to Europe today, you have African job. If you come to America today, you have African job. Because they believe that certain jobs can be done by Africans. And those jobs, they cannot do those jobs. So do you think if Africans leave America today or leave Europe today, who would do those jobs for them? Do it with love. Do it in the right way. Don't abuse people's rights. Don't beat them up. Don't arrest them like they are criminals. Don't, take their hands back and handcuff them. That is act against humanity. That is no longer immigration job. That is not, you are not doing the immigration job. You are treating people so bad. And you are saying that he's doing the job. Nobody is stopping anybody from doing the job. But do it in a right way. And nobody have ever said America is not a good country. Nobody have ever said that. America is a great country that have raised a lot of potentials. I mean, like that raised a lot of, lot of talent. But if you have a certain president that will project your country in a very bad way, sincerely speaking, is an error. The only thing you can do for yourself is to condemn him in totality. That is just the thing. That is just the thing. That is just the thing. Let's learn how to support ourselves, love ourselves. We are human beings. Nobody is more human than anybody. As long as you have blood running in your vein, you have one head, you have one hand, you have two legs, two hands, two legs. Nobody deserves to be treated in a very bad manner. That is why I always tell you guys, my channel is not a place that you may love because I preach the gospel of truth. It's a channel whereby if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, it's up to you. I preach the gospel of truth, and the truth is like a sharp object that can pierce anywhere. So when it gets to you, you deal with it. I'm not here to come and tell you Donald Trump is a good man, he's doing this, that. No, I can't do that, because when he's doing bad, he's bad. If this my preaching will make everybody to leave this channel, no problem. But as long as I'm on the right track, I'm saying the truth the way it's supposed to be. Nobody's stopping you from doing your job, protecting your country or whatever, protecting your borders, but do it in a very nice way. Do it in a respectful way. Respect human being. Now he left the whole thing, and now he's saying that what's it called? Elon Musk, can easily return back to his country. Elon Musk is a full-blown American. Forget about that. He's a half American and half South African, but he's an American. So why will you be reminding people of where they're coming from? That's act of racism. He said he wants us to respect killers. Please, who are the killers? Who are the killers, if I may ask? Dev Nasty, thank you very much, my brother from Chicago. God bless you. Who are the killers, if I may ask? That's why if I tell you that not everybody that is in America is learned, trust me, true. Not everybody that is in America is learned. Not everybody that is in Europe is learned. Where you find educated people, you can still find uneducated people as well. Okay, now I saw the people that were being deported, that said was sent to prison. They said they are gang or whatsoever. Those are not the ones I'm talking about. I'm talking about the young man that was with his child, his daughter, coming out from the mall, and IS came to him and arrested him and abandoned the daughter. The daughter was crying and watching his dad thrown inside van. That is what I'm talking about. That is act of inhumanity. You're dehumanizing people. It's very sad. I don't know how people support this kind of I don't know how people support. Sometimes I say this word is a cold word. Honestly, we are in fact because of tribalism, because of favoritism, because of I don't know if I'm to call it a tribalism. We support evil. We support bad act, bad behavior, just because it's going our way. But just think about if this thing that is meted on these innocent children was meted on you, how will you feel? And most of the people that are doing all these things, most of them, they are, if you trace their race from their root, they are migrants. Maybe their grandfather, their great grandfathers, came from somewhere. They're not 100% Americans. Thank you very much. And it's blue coat. You say Trump is Scottish German. Can you imagine? If you trace their root from the beginning, most of them are not even Americans. Honestly speaking, most of the time, I get tired. The things I see most of the time, I just feel like to give up. Well, I don't know. I can't give up because I'm already here already. People are being treated bad, and you are supporting because it's your favorite. When did we even get here? And you guys are the ones singing, we are the world. Let's make it a better place. Eh? Let's make the world a better place. Is that how we're going to make the world a better place? I mean, this is not nice. It's not nice. It favors you, but doesn't favor anybody else. Sincerely speaking. Sincerely speaking. I swear to God, my brother Tammy Ackman, I swear to God. Thank you. My brother said it all. He said his name is Olumo Olowu. Olumo Olowu. He said everyone is an immigrant in the world. You should let them if they have forgotten. You should let them know if they have forgotten. Exactly. We are all immigrants. Nobody will be here in the next 100 years. In the next 100 years, all of us will not be here again. In the next 100 years, none of us will be here. None. Not even one person will be here. We will be gone. And life will still go on. So why are you trying to make life unbearable for your fellow human being? Why are you trying to treat people in a very bad way? This world does not belong to anybody. I mean, this world, everybody should have freedom of traveling, going to anywhere, anytime, anyhow. Because it's a free world. That is the reason why we have security. That is why we have police, we have military. So to contribute to control crime. But let there be freedom of, travel anywhere you want to travel. Why restricting people from coming to society's end? The world does not belong to you. One day you will leave this world and abandon all these things. Donald Trump doesn't consider his age. Look at his age. I think he should be 70 something now. Let him look at his age. He's coming closer. He's going closer. And these things you see him doing now is just waste of time. Because when another government enters, everything will still return back to normal. You just want to show the world how mean he is. You just want to show the world that he's a clear case of white supremacy. You just want to show the world that he is a superior. That superiority complex. That's what he's trying to show the world. Because all these things he's doing now is waste of time. Absolutely waste of time. When he stepped down now in 4 years, another person will come in, change the whole system again, and things will become normal. So why doing it anyway? The same way he built the Mexico wall border, he could not finish it. It's still not finished. This guy did not finish it. What's his name? Joe Biden did not finish it. So he's just wasting his time. It's very sad. And I overheard that he's trying to, his son will contest. His son will contest. Donald Trump Jr. will contest for American president. I don't know where he will even think in his mind that he will win. You think America is like a king? Is America doesn't have a, doesn't have a, what do they call it? It's not a royal country that where kings rules. Donald Trump want to make America a very, very big, a world, world power. He want to turn America to personal property. Is that possible? Is that possible? Do you think Donald Trump is stronger than George Bush? Do you think Donald Trump is stronger than Washington? Is it Washington? What's it called? Do you think Donald Trump is stronger than all those? What's it called? Bush, both the father and the son. Donald Trump is just one this thing like that. It's very sad, honestly speaking. Honestly speaking. Honestly. One minute, guys. Let me. I forgot to do something. A minute. I'm coming back now. I forgot to do something.